So now what I want to do is add one more layer, actually two more layers of video to this, and I'm going to show you some other cool tricks. So we have our original video layer, there's our freeze frame. Above that is the map, so video layer 1 is our video, video layer 2 is the map. I'm going to add an element to video layer 3. So we've got the map, I'll play this. The map zooms on just like I like, I'm going to let it establish for a sec. And then right around here I'm going to fly something else out of this dot on the map. It's this document. So the first thing I'm going to do is put this document up here on video layer 3. And if I just click there, you'll see now the 3 layers stacked. The video's here in the background faded. Here's the map on video layer 2. And above that is this document on video layer 3. And you see what I talked about earlier, literally stacked. You see this in front of that, you see this in front of that. Whatever's on top of the timeline is ascendant and goes on top of other things. It's a very nice visual reference of layering. I want this document to be bigger to start with. Just for fun, let me play it. I'm just going to count in my head a couple seconds. So we want it to sort of zoom out of the map at about that pace. And so I'm just going to pick a spot, click on this to select it. We're going to go over here to scale and make it bigger. And what I'm going to do is just sort of make it big, kind of fill the screen with it. I think the positioning's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a keyframe right there. So position and scale and rotation in this case. I'm going to put keyframes for all 3 of those in this spot. And you'll see why. I'm sort of starting at the end instead of at the beginning, but it's because this is how I want this to look. Now I'm going to go back to the first frame of that video. Again, remember you can zoom in and use the arrow keys on the keyboard to get to the first frame. Now I'm going to put a new, cancel. I'm going to put a new keyframe for position and scale and rotation. And now what I'm going to do is rotate this and shrink it down and put it right over that dot on the map. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to rotate it first. I don't want to go crazy, but I'm just going to give it a little bit of a spin. Then I'm going to scale it down a bunch, and we'll see how close it is to that dot. Oh, we're lucky. It's right on that dot. If it wasn't, you could use the x-axis and like move it left and right, or the y-axis over here, the 540, and move it up and down. I'm going to leave it, I think it was 960 and 540. I'll just type the values in here and center it. And I'm going to make the scale maybe 10. I want it to be small. And then what I can do is, in addition to this zoom, I can fade it. And the way you fade it, of course, is I'm going to go back to the pen tool, the fountain pen tool. I can hit P on the keyboard, put a couple of dots in here. And what will happen is it will both fade on and zoom in. And let's take a look at this animation. There's our map, and then this document appears over the map and flies out. So that's actually just what I'm looking for. It's a nice animation. I'm going to grab the right edge of this and make it as long as the map. Again, we can make those longer later. So let me back up and go through this part again. There's the map, and then this document flies out of the map. It's a little abrupt, but let me check it again. It's not bad. What I may do is make the fade a little more gradual, and we'll see if that looks a little better. That's a little better. So now it zooms out, twists full. So hopefully you got that. All I did was I put keyframes on. Let me go to the first frame so you can see it. I put 3 keyframes this time. Instead of just position and scale, I did position, scale, and rotation. Now those elements come out of the map, which is actually a really nice touch.